up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Blakney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakney Podcast. Now kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me. We got some big news. We've been talking about LSU. They're coming off the loss to Auburn and dominate Alabama in Tuscaloosa. Kim Mulkey has the Tigers rolling, y'all. Plus, number 4 team in the nation, NC State falls to an unranked Miami team? Sheesh. Notre Dame keeps on rolling. And how about the Duke Blue Devils and Coach Carol Lawson getting it done at home against a ranked Virginia Tech squad and making things absolutely difficult for the 2-time defending player of the year in the ACC, Liz Kitley. It was a night packed with action, and we got to talk about it. But before we get in all that, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for all the latest and the greatest, and join our memberships. We got that exclusive content coming daily, weekly, whenever you need it. Now, let's get into it.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakney Podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakney.
Look, LSU is known for bouncing back from losses. We've seen this before. They came out and put on a dominant performance against Alabama and staked their claim as one of the top schools in the SEC. And we're all looking ahead to next week with that big matchup with South Carolina. But we got to look at the numbers from last game, because it was a great effort, a great team effort for the Bayou. LSU dominated this game, especially in the second half, and ended up taking the 78-58 win. They shot 37% from the field, knocked down 4 3-pointers. Still not what you want to see, 4 for 14 from the 3, and they left some free ones at the free throw line at the charity stripe. But the dominance on the boards, mostly Angel Reese as well as Anissa Morrow, 53-37 winning the rebound battle. They were dominant on the glass, getting those second chance points. We saw the 14 assists, the 4 blocks, impressed with the 12 steals, and they cut down on those turnovers. They forced 19 and only committed 12 for themselves. It was a clean game. They shared the basketball. The perimeter scoring was there a little bit more than last game for sure. Of course, we mentioned Morrow leading the way as well as Angel Reese. They were dominant in the front court. Shout out to Morrow playing 38 minutes. She had 20 points and 11 rebounds. It was a slow start for her, but she really picked it up in the second half and showed why she is one of the most dominant players and a top 5 scorer in the SEC. Of course, Angel Reese did her thing. These two really held down the paint and were the main reasons this game got so ugly. Angel Reese dominant, 17 rebounds, 20 points. She continues to be the leader for this LSU team, dominating. On the other side, it was a better game for Haley Van Lith, who really struggled for Auburn. She shot the 3 okay, you know what I'm saying? She knocked down a couple threes, finished with 8 points. And a team high 4 assists is which, that's what you want to see from her. Getting comfortable in that point guard position. She definitely got to cut down on those turnovers, but she's finding her way. Flau'jae Johnson, the glue, the ultimate glue. And shout out to her, because I tell y'all what, man. Aaliyah Nye was lighting them up, had 18 in the first half. They put Flau'jae Johnson on her, and it was a wrap. Lockdown defense, man. She's one of the best perimeter defense players in the nation. She had 8 rebounds as well, 3 assists, doing a little bit of everything. I feel like she's the most important player on this team right now, just from what she can do on both sides of the ball aspect. Flau'jae is the do-it-all glue player, and as long as she's healthy, this team can be in any game. Michaela Williams, the freshman, had 14, 2 and 5, you know what I'm saying? She got back to making shots off the dribble, looking more comfortable like herself. Those 3 players were horrible against Auburn. They come back, 2 of them come in the double figures, and then Haley Van Lith, doing her thing out there. Last Terapoa continues to run that second unit and be the first guard off the bench. Angel Del Rosario had some big buckets in the first half, had 7 boards, and really gave us a flash of what she can do when she's getting serious minutes in this lineup. We need to continue to see the depth from LSU, but this was a really good game for them, man. Just team basketball. Morrow and Reese really imposed their will. The backcourt really did a good job of getting looks inside. They played really good defense. You know what I'm saying? They held Alabama to 28.8% shooting from the field. And I was also really, really impressed with the job they did with Sarah Ashley Barker, who was the leading scorer for Alabama, and they held her to 8 points, got her in foul trouble. This was a really good bounce-back game for LSU, man. 17-2 on the year. You know what I'm saying? They notch another win in conference play. I like what I saw. I really like what I saw. I know some people feel like I've been critical of LSU. I just think this team has so much talent, and they've been underachieving for the most part this year. You know what I'm saying? They haven't played a whole lot of tough competition, and when they haven't looked as good. But I will tell you what, Alabama came out swinging and just did not have the firepower. They did not have the bodies on the glass to compete with LSU. And I'm not going to say it's a must-win because it's so early in the season, but this was a very, very good performance that they can build on. I will say that. I love how they came out. They came out with the defensive intensity. Like, you could tell they came out with some urgency this game. Last game, we didn't see that against Auburn. We saw the urgency come out this game. It seemed like they were looking like the defending champs. It felt like they remembered that they were the defending champs, man. I was impressed. I love what I saw, the team basketball. They were sharing it. So I think they can continue to build off this. They're nowhere near as good as they will be in a couple months. So I'm still expecting a hard-fought game against South Carolina. I don't think they'll win that game. But I'm looking at it, and the perimeter scoring has to continue to be consistent. Now, I'm looking at Haley Van Lith, who's averaging like 11-4 with LSU. Her scoring is down, but her assists are up. My question to y'all is, did she make a mistake transferring to LSU? Because Louisville's been rolling right now, and it doesn't really seem like they're missing her. They're ranked. You know what I'm saying? They're playing really good in the ACC. And I'm looking at Haley Van Lith, and she's coming in supposed to be the point guard of this group, but she struggled with turnovers. At times, they're constantly attacking her on the defensive end. Like the opposition, the ops on the other side, the opponents have made an effort, made it a priority to attack Haley Van Lith on the defensive side. And she's playing tough. She's playing scrappy. You know what I'm saying? She continues to have that moxie that we love about her. But did she make a mistake coming to LSU? I mean, she's not getting the shots that she's typically used to getting. Seems like she's getting looked off a lot. She's had the ball in her hands, but like she's literally like the fourth or fifth option on this team. Now, I know she wanted to come there and prove, for the next level that she could be that point guard to run the show. But I don't think it's been great so far, guys. I really don't. I think she's struggling to find her place. I think she's shown some flashes. We've seen her, what she's capable of, and she is averaging like 4 assists, a little over 4 assists right now. So this is the highest she's ever averaged in her career, but she's scoring the least amount. And it just doesn't feel like she's been that effective, y'all, when she's on the court. Like, I just expected her to gel better, and maybe it takes some time. But watching her in 3-on-3 this year, helping lead Team USA to a gold medal, it felt like she was going to come out and be aggressive like she was. And I'm not saying just hunting her shot every play, but it's like she's not really impacting the game that much right now. And it seems like they're not really giving her the ball to shoot it. Like, do they have faith in her to knock down the 3 ball? This game, I will say they looked for her a little bit more, it felt like. But she still only had 8 points. But in the last couple games, she really has been getting looked off and not getting those shots that we're used to seeing her knock down. You know what I'm saying? She needs to knock down threes, and she needs to be the point guard for this group. And it seems like Last Terpoa has taken some of her minutes. It seems like they're still trying to figure out their rotation, their best 5. I don't know. But just even thinking back to the last game, like I would have loved to see her have the ball in her hands for the final possession, or Michaela Williams for that matter. But it just seems like, I don't know, we're not seeing the same Haley Van Lith. And I get it. She's in a different system, different program, different role that she is fully embracing. So salute to her. But I'm just like, I think it's too early to tell. I'm not saying she made the wrong decision, but do y'all feel like she made the wrong decision? Because I don't know. Like, I'm just not sure about the fit. She seems happy. She's a team player, and she's going to go out there and play hard every game. We know that. But, like, it just don't seem like the chemistry is there just yet. And I know starters have missed some games, but I don't know. I just would feel like she could make a bigger impact. She could be relied upon a little bit more and do a little bit more than what she's got going on right now. Like, Hailey Van Lith was one of the best guards in the nation last year, and she still is this year. But she's definitely not having the same impact, and she's just not playing the same way, in my opinion. She's not being as aggressive on the offensive end as we're typically used to seeing her. And I think they're going to need that down the line. They're going to need her to make shots against South Carolina. Point blank, period. They're going to need Hailey Van Lith to make shots if they have any chance of beating South Carolina. They're going to need her to step up, man. You know, she needs to get more shots, and she needs to make the most of these opportunities, man. And it's no shade to Hailey Van Lith. I love her game. I just want to see a little bit more. Maybe them utilize her a little bit more. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this situation. You know, I'm just saying. Moving on to the ACC, we had a loaded, packed slate of games. First off, how about those Duke Blue Devils getting the upset win over Liz Kitley and those Virginia Tech Hokies? I hope Georgia Amore is okay. She went out. She got injured in this game. And after that, you could tell that the Hokies had nobody else to initiate offense. And Duke completely just forced turnover after turnover after turnover and got transition layup after layup after layup. I love the makeup of this Duke team. They're tough. They're scrappy. They've played one of the most toughest schedules so far this year of any program. You know, Coach Carol Lawson got these ladies, these hoopers, locked in. They guard the basketball. They're tough. They're hard-nosed. And they got a lot of bodies that they rotate as well. But looking at the Virginia Tech breakdown, Duke completely dominated this game, 63-46, after trailing 18-7 in the first quarter. They went like they didn't get their first field goal until like 3 minutes left. But holding Virginia Tech to a program low 46 points, all-time low, holding them to 33% shooting, 26% from the three-point line. That is just a testament of Duke's balance and defensive effort, man. This was a game I thought Virginia Tech would dominate on the boards, and Duke won that battle. They won the assist battle, the blocks, the steals. They forced 20 turnovers, and that's when I was telling y'all about how they were just getting transition layup after transition layup on the Hokies. They were attacking that paint like there was no tomorrow. Paint touch after paint touch after paint touch. I was extremely impressed with Reagan Richardson, the 5'11 guard, just scoring at all three levels. She led the Blue Devils with 22 strong ones. She had a couple big plays, especially some and ones. She was knocking down jumpers. She was getting paint touch after paint touch after paint touch. Ashlyn Jackson is another one at 6 foot, another guard that was getting it done in the paint. She had 13, and she's one of my favorite players in the nation. She's just tough, hard-nosed. She can shoot the three. She can blow past defenders. She's smooth, silky smooth in space, has the Euro, can beat her man, can get by defenders, can just get crafty at the cup. Love her game. Duke just had some really big performances, man. Aluchi Okinanwa, another 5'10 guard, young player on this team who came off the bench and had 7 points. You know what I'm saying? Just effort, hustle, strong, earned 7 points. And then the 9 rebounds were huge. She was second on the team with 9 rebounds. Shout out to Kennedy Brown and this front court, man, and how they just made things extremely difficult for Liz Kitley, man. Jaden Donovan, another freshman, 6 foot guard forward. Like, Duke has so much versatility and speed, and they just overwhelmed Virginia Tech, man. They held Liz Kitley to 18 points, 10 rebounds. She got most of those in the first half, but they completely locked everything up for Virginia Tech. They couldn't get any clean looks. And I think this is just a testament of the ACC, man. There's a lot of good teams this year. This is one of the best. This might be, arguably the second best conference in the nation, top to bottom, as far as women basketball goes. It was just impressive to see, man. I love Jackson. I love Richardson. I love their games. Duke does a good job of being balanced and spreading out the attack. I think that they played an incredible game. I think that they showed balance. They were just the more aggressive team. They were physical. They got up in Liz Kitley, made her uncomfortable. And as we see, man, it was just a total defensive effort, forcing 20 turnovers. We saw when Amore went out the game, they continued that full court press and just got turnover after turnover. And they never looked back in this contest. And I think this Duke team is a team that could be a dark horse in the ACC tournament and make a run in the NCAA tournament. They got a nice blend of veterans and young players. They got a nice rotation. They play multiple players. The depth is there. They can throw bodies at you. They can speed you up. They played South Carolina, very physical, very tough. And we see them get a big dub over Virginia Tech. So shout out to them, man. Like, that was a big game. And then staying with the Tobacco Road aspect of things, UNC got a big dub, man. How about Deja Kelly leading the way? This group has had some up and downs. They still find themselves in the top 25. And, they get a big dub, man. Honestly, I was impressed with the way the Tar Heels, they almost blew it. They almost let one slip, y'all. But they ended up shutting it down. Deja Kelly put the dagger in with the, game-sealing free throws. UNC beat a tough, scrappy, and hot shooting Georgia Tech squad 73-68. Looking at the breakdown, UNC shot 45% from the field. When I said Virginia Tech was hot, they shot 48% from the field and shot 41% from three, knocking down 7 of 17. UNC didn't shoot too hot from the three. They knocked down three, but they did their thing on the boards, winning the rebounding battle. They were getting to the free throw line, and they made most of their opportunities, shooting 84.2% from the three. You know what I'm saying? The turnovers, they forced 15, got 7 steals and turned those points into turnovers. And shout out, because Virginia Tech was a scrappy bunch, man. I was impressed with them. But Deja Kelly with a strong 27, 4, and 5. Great game from her. They needed this from her. They need more of this from Deja Kelly, who is one of the most electrifying guards in the nation. And then Alyssa Utsby, who does a little bit of everything. She's fresh off a triple-double. She had 15, 4, and 4. Usby and Kelly have to continue to lead the way. Gak Dang, they need a little bit more from her, but 8 and 4, she did what she could. And then Tiani Key came in, the 6-foot guard forward hybrid wing. She can play the 2 through 4 at this point. 10 points off in 14 minutes, coming off the bench, just talking about instant offense. That's what they need. They need more players to step up. That supporting cast has to come in and make shots when the defense is cracked down on us being Deja Kelly. But Kelly was sensational. 27 points, controlled the tempo, never let her team lose control of this game. You know what I'm saying? She paced the Heels on both sides of the ball, in my opinion. She was guarding the basketball, causing havoc, jumping passing lanes. Like, just the effort. Defense is a big on effort. Like, majority of the time, if you give max effort, you can be at least a halfway decent defender. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But shout out Deja Kelly. Huge game. One of her best games of the year. Bounce back game. And I love what I'm seeing. I think the Heels are tough. They're scrappy. They've got a veteran group. And they just need more players to come in and knock shots and make shots. And then, we got to stick with the state of North Carolina because NC State has been one of the biggest surprises and greatest stories in college basketball. I love what Sanaya Rivers is doing with that group, the transfer from South Carolina. But, man, did they have the worst shooting performance in the by far, I can't even get it out, the worst shooting performance that they've had all season. They couldn't hit the broad side of a barn, y'all. It was ugly. Miami takes this game at home 73-59, just shocking everybody. And they came out from the jump and punched NC State in the mouth. And NC State really never recovered in this game. They shot 28% from the field, 6 of 23 from 3. You look at the percentages, they didn't shoot over 30% from the field or the three-point line, but they did make a lot of free throws. The offensive rebounding battle, or the rebounding battle in general, was tough. You know what I'm saying? Both getting active on the boards, using that size, getting those second chance points. But Miami, 11 steals, forcing 16 turnovers. They had 18 of their own and still won this game by double digits. Just showing you the hot shooting, the dominance. They shot 53% from the field. And it was a long night for NC State, man. Their big three continues to deliver. Mimi Collins, the forward, 18 points, 6 boards. They got what they needed out of her. Sanaya Rivers, 17, 3, and 6, doing a little bit of everything. And then the leading scorer, Zoe Brooks, continues to have a big year. Just building off of last year, but taking that next step with 14 points. But then after that, it gets ugly. I mean, they didn't have another player to get over 6 points. It was just a bad shooting night. Honestly, I just got to say, it was a bad shooting night for them. And they ran into a hot, spicy Miami team. Jasmine Roberts had 18 and 5. Then you look down the list of the other guards. Cheyenne Day Wilson, 5'6" guard. All heart, though. All heart. Gave them 18 points. Then you look at it down the line. Lachey Dyer, another small guard at 5'6" with 18 points. Lighting NC State up. Then you got Lazaria Spearman getting it done with 10 points and 8 boards off the bench. They just got a lot of production from everybody, man. You look at it, and we got 5 double-digit scores. They were the aggressors. Just honestly, they were the better team. They were the better team that night. They were just outperforming. You know what I'm saying? They're tough. They were making shots. They're good at home. They're tough at home. There's no easy road wins in the ACC. Are you kidding me? This was a statement win for Miami, though, man. And social media was going crazy. They knock off the number 4 team in the nation in dominant fashion. That just shows you, man, the ACC, top to bottom, anybody can lose any night. That's the ACC. Right now, anybody can lose any given night. Another team that is making some noise with a superstar freshman, Hannah Hidalgo, is Notre Dame, who's starting to get healthy. You know what I'm saying? They got Citron, who scored her 1,000th point. We were excited to see that. Those two in this backcourt are just special. And I'm just excited for Olivia Miles to get back, y'all, because that 3-headed monster is going to be something serious. But they get the win over Virginia, 86-76, to move to 13-3. Coach Ivy's squad is rolling. And you look at it, you know what I'm saying? This was a good performance, shooting 44% from the field. They got to make more threes, obviously. 44 free throws is insane. You talk about just being aggressive with the paint touches. 44 free throws, and they left 11 of them at the line. You got to make those. But just seeing the aggressiveness and how Notre Dame, and when the threes aren't falling, can absolutely get in the paint and do damage. And then they forced 23 turnovers. You talk about guards that will come and completely pick your pockets. That is what Notre Dame has, man. Seriously. When you look at Sonia Citron, 28 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. She had a rack of steals as well. And this was a big game for her. Scoring her 1,000th point. She's coming in off of injuries, looking healthy. Just knocking down shots, getting to the cup, doing whatever she pleases out there. Then, of course, you got Hannah Hidalgo, her backcourt mate with 23, 9, and 5, and she had a handful of steals as well, leading the nation in steals. These two really dominated and put their fingerprints all over this game. I also like what we saw from Maddie Westbeld, the 6'3" forward, almost with a double-double, 14 and 9. You know what I'm saying? Leading the team in rebounds. They need the bigs to continue to crash that glass. But I respect Notre Dame because everybody rebounds together. I mean, you look at the guards, even guards like KK Bransford, like they're rebounding. She grabbed 3 rebounds. Hidalgo grabbed 5. Citron grabbed 4. Like, these guards are actually rebounding. But I tell you what, they might have the best backcourt in the ACC, and they don't even have All-American Olivia Miles. When you pair her with Citron and Hidalgo, this team is going to be spectacular, guys. I'm telling y'all, that three-headed monster, well, you got three guards that are interchangeable, that can play together all over the court. All three can play make. All three can score. All three can cause havoc for all opposing ball handlers, jumping passing lanes. I'm telling y'all, man, Notre Dame is a team to be reckoned with. They just got to get these bigs to continue being on board and get reliable points in the paint down low, because the guards, you're gonna be hard pressed to find three guards that are just at the quality of these three that Notre Dame has. And we're still waiting on Olivia Miles to come back, but Citron, Hannah Hidalgo are definitely holding it down. They combined for over 50 points, and man, it was just incredible. They completely left their handprints all over these games, their fingerprints, controlled the tempo, got everything they wanted, got to the cup. Both of them just shifty, crafty around the cup, can finish with either hand, just change the pace like at a dime. Like, Hidalgo is so quick. You blink and she's blowing right by you, and she might be the best freshman in the nation. Yeah, I said it. She really might be the best freshman in the nation, man. She's like a carbon copy of Trae Young out there, but can guard. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see what Notre Dame does. The ACC is just tough to predict right now, man. You still have Louisville, who I mentioned is playing great basketball as well. They picked up a win. You got Florida State, who's out there. You know what I'm saying? They've got some talent. And the ACC, top to bottom, man, like, I think they could get like 6-7 teams into the NCAA tournament. I'm just looking at it, and I'm seeing it, and I'm taking it all in, and it feels like any team in the ACC can beat. I mean, you got Florida State getting upset by Syracuse. The upsets are crazy, y'all. And it feels like any team in the ACC can beat any team on any given night. But there's so much talent in this conference. And it's going to be exciting to see when the tournament comes around who matches up and who's going to be the last dog left in this fight. But anyways, y'all let me know how y'all feel about the situation. It was so many good games. We got the Pac-12 tomorrow, so we're looking forward to that. We'll have the recaps. But, hey, some big games, man. A lot of ranked teams won. A lot of upsets as well, man. It's a lot to see around here. Y'all holler at your boy. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for showing so much love and appreciation on the last videos, man. I know I don't comment on every one of them because there's so many, but thank you, guys. I really appreciate it, man. Much love to y'all. Thank you for rocking with me. And appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Let me know how y'all feel about everything. That's a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, I am Brandon Blakney, a.k.a. Brandon Lee TV. Until next time, hey, we out.